I don't think I've seen anything like it since Messi.
He's a chosen one.
Yeah.
He's a chosen one after Messi.
Right now, the football world can't shut up about Wonderkids. Every timeline, every debate is about Lamine Yamal or Estêvão. But while the spotlight stays on them, Bayern were quietly raising their own prince.
And Karl bends one. Oh! Lennart Karl!
At 17 years, he becomes Bayern's youngest Champions League goalscorer, breaking a record previously held by Jamal Musiala. And Bayern even called it what it was, a goal for the history books. Here's the plot twist. This story doesn't start in a giant academy with cameras everywhere. Lennart Karl was born February 22, 2008 in Frammersbach. Like most kids who fall in love with football, he started early, always chasing the ball, always wanting more touches than everyone else. His first club, SV Viktoria Aschaffenburg, is the kind of place where football is still pure muddy pitches and coaches who care more about development than hype. The move to Eintracht Frankfurt was the first real reality check. At Frankfurt, everything changed. The tempo was higher. The expectations were louder. Every training session felt like an audition. This wasn't local football anymore, this was elite youth development. You either adapt fast, or you disappear. Lennart adapted. The move to FC Bayern Munich changes everything. This isn't just another step up. This is the top of the pyramid. Bayern don't recruit youth players to develop hope. They recruit to dominate. If they come for you, it means one thing. You're different. You're surrounded by the best talents in the country, all wearing the same badge, all chasing the same future. And still, Lennart stood his ground. This is where potential turns into expectation, where talent becomes responsibility. At Bayern, you're not being prepared for professional football, you're being prepared to win it. For most players, wearing the Bayern badge is a dream. For Lennart Karl, it became the standard. Once you meet Bayern's standard, the football world starts watching differently. The call from the Germany national football team wasn't just an invitation. It was validation. For Lennart Karl, this was the first time the journey became national. A new badge, a heavier shirt, and the understanding that one camp can change everything. No guarantees, no second chances. And he delivered. From his first minutes, Karl looked at home. Calm on the ball, clear in his decisions. He didn't try to impress, he played to control. The same composure that carried him through Bayern translated instantly at international level. That debut wasn't about highlights, it was about trust. FC Bayern Munich weren't willing to take the risk of losing Lennart Karl. They saw it early, not just talent, but projection. The kind you don't wait on, the kind you protect. As interest around him grew, Bayern made their move fast and decisive. At just 17 years old, Lennart was handed a professional contract. That moment wasn't about age, it was about belief, about trust, about Bayern saying, we see your future and we want it here. Because clubs like Bayern don't gamble on potential, they lock it in. And for Lennart Karl, that signature marked the shift from promise to purpose. At FC Bayern Munich, the plan was clear. They wanted Lennart Karl to play, but not at the cost of burning him out. Bayern understands something many clubs forget. Development isn't a race, it's timing, protection, trust. Unlike places like FC Barcelona or Manchester United, where young players are often pushed too fast, Bayern chose patience. Less noise, less pressure, more control. Minutes would come, but only when he was ready. Because real academies don't rush talent to survive headlines. They build players to last, and with Lennart Karl, Bayern weren't thinking about today. They were thinking about the next 10 years. Jamal Musiala, Bayern's creative engine, went down injured, ruled out for months. For any team, losing their most imaginative player at that stage is a nightmare. Games like that don't wait. Seasons can collapse. The choice was brutal. Stick with experience or trust the future. The head coach Vincent Kompany chose the risk. He turned to the academy. At first, the role was limited minutes off the bench, easing him into the storm. But something changed fast. The composure, the impact, the way the game started flowing again. One opportunity became another. Another became trust. And before long, the academy kid wasn't filling in anymore. He was first choice. At FC Bayern Munich, moments like these don't just test players, they reveal them. Naturally left-footed, he plays with a level of comfort and balance that makes everything look controlled rather than forced. But what makes him dangerous is that he's not predictable. He's fully capable of using both feet, finishing, passing, and escaping pressure on either side, which makes it almost impossible for defenders to lock him onto one lane. And now the question is simple. Can Lennart Karl turn a historic start into a long-term legacy at FC Bayern Munich, where reputation doesn't matter, hype doesn't last, and potential means nothing unless you deliver season after season under real pressure? Because this is Bayern. And here, the story is never about how you begin. It's about how long you can stay at the top.